up, everybody? Welcome to week 33 here on the 52 Horrific Weeks in 1981 series. I am your host, of course, Moon616, and thank you once again for joining me here. Alrighty, so, once again, put the remaining films into the randomizer, press random, and we have got The Hand. The Hand, of course, is directed by Oliver Stone, starring Michael Caine, and it's more on the level of like a psychological thriller / horror film. And then, that's pretty much what it is. So, getting into the plot of this one, it's got a very simple premise to it. Michael Caine plays a cartoonist by the name of John Lansdale. He basically has like a really unfortunate accident one day, car accident, where he gets his hand severed off. His writing hand or his drawing hand, and of course, his whole life is just flipped upside down. Without his drawing hand, he kind of goes into like a little bit of a depression. It puts a lot of stress on his family, and of course himself. Because he can't do what he loves to do best in life, and what he knows best, of course, is draw and keep his comic strip alive. So after a little bit of time goes by, he's trying to deal with this and stuff, and then he decides that they never did find the hand at the scene. So one day he takes upon himself to go and find it. He does find his ring that was on the hand, but he never does find the hand, of course. Basically what it is, it's like a character study of him, and just having this huge loss in his life has just put a huge strain on him, and he's very angry, And basically what it comes down to is that, his hand, as he expresses anger through himself, it kind of channels that energy through the hand. And of course, you got some people end up dying by the hands. And so that's basically the whole, the plot of, the film. I don't really want to say a whole lot about it. That's just kind of, the short and long of it right there. Because as a psychological thriller, you don't want to really say a whole lot or too much or the wrong thing. Alright, so my thoughts on this one. First off, Michael Caine is brilliant in this film. He does a really, really good job, like he does in most films. His acting is really solid. Oliver Stone's screenplay is fantastic. He wrote the screenplay and obviously directed this film. The story is based on the novel by Mark Brandel called The Lizard's Tale. I've not read the book, so I can't actually compare the two, but I really like the screenplay in this film. It's got good dialogue and stuff, and the direction by Oliver Stone is really well done. He creates a really awesome atmosphere. Of course, with Michael Caine's character eventually not really splitting with his wife, but he takes a job, in this college, as a drawing instructor or whatever. And, when they show his place out in the country, Oliver Stone captures like a fucking really, really good atmosphere with that. There's so many really good atmospheric scenes in this, especially there's a scene on the road with him and his buddy. And I won't get into that at all, but just he creates some really good atmosphere, and I was very, very impressed with the direction of this film. Now, with the, talking about the direction of the film, I think the movie runs a little too long. I think there is some scenes that might have been able to be, cut out of the film. But, as a psychological thriller, you do kind of need a lot of, scenes that you think that might not be relevant to the film, but, by the end of the film and when the twist happens or whatever, you kind of get that impression that maybe those scenes were actually, void, like they were needed for the film, they weren't, But yeah, overall, it does play it really well. Like I said, it does run a little long. It's about 105 minutes, but, it's got pretty decent pacing in it. Like I said, for a psychological thriller, you kind of need those elements to the film and stuff. So, getting into the effects of the hand, I think the effects in this film are really well done. The hands, it even says on the back here that they created like 30 different hands on it for the film. There's not a whole lot of action with the hands in this movie. It's a lot of character development and a lot of, into the psyche of Michael Caine's character. But when the hand does appear, I think it looks really well. And it's well done too, like the movements of the hand choking people and, just what they created, I thought was really well done. So, overall, it's not a bad movie at all. I gotta say, by the end of the movie, and the twist, which I am gonna say that it's not, it's not the most insane twist ever. Like, I mean, you kind of see it coming, but even with that said, it's still a good payoff. You just kind of take it for what it is, and it does work. I think the whole movie works as a whole. So, but yeah, what else can I say about The Hand? It's a decent film, but it's not like spectacular. It's not spectacular. If I had to rate this one, I'd probably give it. Probably 6.5 out of 10. Easily a 6.5 out of 10. Maybe to a loose 7, like a minor 7. One element I did like in the film, another thing I liked is the score. I thought the score was really well done. It worked in lots of scenes. It wasn't like over the fucking top aggressive. There's not like, stupid, fucking jump scares and stuff. It's none of that shit in there. It's just, it fits, the setting and the mood of the film very well. So, but yeah, with Oliver Stone not really known for directing that many horror films, I think he does a really good job in this one. But, yeah, so anyways, I'll just leave it at that. It's one of those ones I just don't want to say too much about. You just kind of have to see it for yourself. But great performance by Michael Caine. I think the movie's, it's well done. It's very well done. So that's week 33. If you are still with me watching this right now, I'm not going to put this in the header at all. I just want people to, find this on their own. But I had this idea a little while ago, which I actually forgot to mention at the end of last week. I was going to do this in last week's video. When there was 20 weeks exactly left in the year. So basically what I'm going to do here is there's 19 weeks left in the year. I've got 21 films left in the randomizer. So essentially there's going to be 2 films that are not going to be reviewed, part of the 52 horrific weeks. I'll probably end up doing those as bonus reviews or whatever, just to fill in, to do all 54 films that I had. But with that said though, what I want to do here is I got there's 21 films left, 19 weeks. I just kind of wanted to do like a minor contest, just based on this series. So all I want you guys to do is you can just vote once. Just think about it and just vote once. And what you can do, all I need you to do is just pick what film out of the ones that are remaining is going to be the 50-second review of the year. So basically the last one of the year, not including the bonus ones. So, and if you get that right, there will be prizes. If there's multiple people that get it right, then I'll just have to give out multiple prizes. So basically all you have to do is just pick what's left. The easiest way to do it is that I have all these movies in a playlist. So just go to the playlist, just do it by process of elimination. Eliminate the ones that have been shown already to the ones that are in the intro. All 54 films, the poster art are in the intro, so it's a little bit of work for you, but like I said, there's 21 films left. One of them has to be the last one, and I was thinking about giving actually a bonus one. So if you pick the one, the last film, like I said, there's going to be 2 films that are left over. If you pick one of those 2 films that aren't going to be reviewed, like you can do it as a bonus guest too, I'll give you another prize. So pick the 50-second video review, and then pick one you think isn't going to be reviewed in the 52 horrific weeks. Like I said, there's going to be 2 of those. So if you get both right, then you get a couple prizes. I said if there's more than one person that gets them right, then I'm just going to have to, hand out more prizes. But I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, just holler back at me. But it's as simple as just picking that 50-second review. And as a bonus, you can just try and pick one of the 2 that aren't going to be reviewed. If you get them both right, you get 2 prizes. If you get the one or the other, I'll still get prizes. So. But anyways, just a little fun thing I thought I'd throw in there. It would have been nice to actually do this, maybe at the beginning of the year, but then, it would have been probably less of a chance of getting it right. I think right now is probably the plausible time to do it. So anyways, yeah, so that's week 33 here on the 52 Horrific Weeks 1991. I'm your host, Moon616, of course. Definitely give The Hand a try. It's a fun film. It's if you like psychological horror, definitely check this one out. And actually, this edition of the film, part of the Twisted Terror collection, you can get in the box set, but it's got a really nice transfer. It's like an anamorphic transfer, so very nice job on this one, by the way, I forgot to mention. But with that said, I hope you guys understand the contest rules, or whatever you want to call them. Just a kind of mini thing, just giving back to my supporters, because I know there's lots of people that really do support this series and watch it every week, so which is cool, and thank you very much. And I'm out of here. Peace.